Good morning, guys. I hope all is well, and I'm doing my longer inaugural ride here on the T120, and so far so good, touch wood. Really enjoying it. I managed to figure out that problem with the fuel pipes. They drip ever so slightly now, but I took them off. I took the advice of the supplier and refitted them, and that from bottom to top, I think it was, rather than top to bottom, and that seemed to address the problem immediately. I took them all apart and fiddled around with them, you know, and resealed them, and I think what's happened is now that they've got warm and had fuel or gas going through the pipes, they've sort of settled in a little bit. So thankfully, I'll check in a minute, but I don't think they're leaking anymore. And so we're on the bike. It's fantastic. Initial observations: very tall for me, almost to the point where I struggle a bit getting it off the stand, although I think there's maybe the stand is slightly bent, so I can't really get off the bike off the stand while I'm sitting on it, because my little legs hardly reach the floor when it's on the stand. I guess I keep forgetting it's only a 650. I keep thinking it's like a 750 or bigger, so I sort of have a little bit more of an expectation of something just a little bit more powerful. But it's great. It's certainly revvy, and you definitely get from first to fifth in no time at all. I actually assumed that fifth would be almost like an overdrive gear, you know, your fourth is enough, and then let's just slip into fifth. But actually I'm in fifth, and we're at what, 3,500 revs, which isn't too bad. But yeah, I'm doing 65, so perfectly good. It's very light once you're on the road. Feels very light and nimble. The clutch is quite hard, but that might just be this clutch. It's different to the Commander, where I've got like 2-finger clutch. This is, it's not horrible, but it's an effort to pull the clutch, so I'll look at that. The front brake's a bit grabby, I'll work on that. And the handlebars are not exactly straight. These are brand new handlebars, so I just need to line the forks up again. It's actually the same as my Norton. Rear brake is great, very good. Overall, feels really good, really enjoyable. And we're just going to stop here for a quick pit stop with my wingman Geoff, who I'm really grateful for coming along with me. Have a quick look at the fuel lines. Yeah, everything's good. Ticking away. And this certainly ticks away. Well, that was easy. Yeah. No problem whatsoever, touch wood. And you just push a button on this one, Geoff?
So far, yeah, we'll try it and see, but...
Wow. And that idle, oh. Well, I'm glad we stopped there. And not a huge problem, but the exhaust header nuts just looked like they needed tightening up, so I've got about 10 pounds of tools in my backpack, so reach for the spanner for the wrench and tighten that up in 2 minutes. So we'll see when we get to where we're going if that did the trick. We're heading up to Bald Peak, and I've been here 1,000 times. It's a good sort of test ride because it involves a little hill climb getting up there and pushing the bike just a little bit. But touch wood, so far so good. It's certainly very comfortable. This sofa seat that I'm sat on, it's massive. I did actually buy a seat cover for the bike to be recovered at some point. Yeah, certainly getting to 5th sooner than I expected. Nice and light, but planted. And of course I've got my new Heidenau tyres on as well, and they feel great so far. Yeah, it's great in the corners, and I'm pulling in 5th as well. Just gets a little tappy if you roll on a bit too much on the hill. Yeah, no problem, gets up there no problem. That repeat of Geoff's is awesome, isn't it? Oh my gosh, then that push button start. Who would have ever thought you could start a Vincent as quickly as that with one push of a button? You feel really high up, like you're not sitting in the bike, you know, like other bikes. Yeah, that third gear is great. The gear shift is excellent. It's like really short and tight. By the time you watch this video, I hope you will have enjoyed the Oregon Norton Enthusiasts May Club meeting, the ride that we did, and the garage crawl afterwards. That was tons of fun. And thanks again to Sean and Paul and their families for the hospitality. Really appreciate it. That was a very enjoyable event. Hoping to do more crawls and rides this year. It's running away from us though. It's already mid-May, so got to get a move on. We've also got the rally coming up over in Winthrop. That's the International Norton Owners Association rally, and I'm already booked for that, so looking forward to it very much. Hope I can meet some of the Norton guys up there. Get some good footage of the beautiful countryside. Although this isn't too bad, is it? Look at that, this is Oregon. it goes. It's great. Perfect bike for these backcountry lanes. Well, it pulls just fine. This is 4th gear. Awesome. This is Bald Peak. Well, that fixed the problem. Yeah, just needed tightening up. Yep, all good.
That fixed the leak?
Yeah.
Very nice, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely beautiful weather today. It's going to be even hotter actually. It's going to be 95 later on today, so we're getting out early and back early. Lovely down there. This is without doubt my favourite time of the year here in Oregon, springtime. See how the Vincent just strolls away. I think I could have revved a little harder and pushed it harder, but that's 1000cc as well, don't forget, and it V-twin. It's got such long legs. It's a great bike. Poor old CC's has gone, what a shame. handles really well going on those corners. That was excellent. What a great test ride. And I hope you enjoyed these clips, guys. Next week, it's the Oregon Vintage Motorcyclist annual spring show, ride and swap meet down in Corvallis, Oregon. So I'll be sure to take a few clips of that and post those later. So I'll see you next week, guys. What an awesome ride. Oh man, I don't want to stop.